We got not one but two big topics to talk about in this video. Now, if you watched my video earlier, I originally planned on talking about these in the first video I posted today, but that wound up turning into a baseball video, and I didn't want to combine baseball and football all together. So in this video, it's strictly back with the regular programming, and that is no other than college football, the sport we love the most. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, we have an update on the prized possession himself, Arch Manning. He appears to be one of the most sought after quarterback recruits of all time. Now, I don't know how quite good he's going to be, and I don't know if he's going to live up to the hype, but from everything I've seen, he looks like he's going to be solid at the next level. Currently, the expectations are so high because of his last name, so I guess we'll have to wait and see what he does at the next level. The main question and mystery going around now isn't about how good or great he's going to be, it's about what college is he going to go to. We're going to talk all about that and dive deep into detail on what's going on, and I think it's going to shock a lot of you. We're also on the road to 200K. We are on the final stretch. There's a bunch of you watching right now. You're not subscribed. Go help your boy out. Hit that subscribe button so we can get a step closer to hitting our goals of 200K. Like I've said before, whenever you subscribe, not only does it help out the channel, but it means a lot to me. Hope you guys enjoy. And now without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start off with this right here. So a 4-star recruit that goes by the name of Johntay Cook, he recently took a visit to Texas and he said, quote unquote, "Texas makes me feel like baby Jesus." I'm scratching my head here. I'm trying to figure out what he means by that or what he's trying to infer. I have no idea whatsoever what that even means. I don't know. Maybe I'm lost on this situation and that means something. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Texas makes me feel like baby Jesus. I'm trying to make it make sense, but it doesn't. I don't know, but he also said something about Texas A&M, and this got a lot of people talking. Johntay Cook said, quote unquote, "They're going to win a natty while I'm in college, whether I'm on the team or if I'm not on the team. That's just how I see it." Okay, very bold statement. So he's predicting that A&M's going to win a title within the next 4 years. I don't think that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, but I also don't think it's going to happen. To say Texas A&M's going to win a championship, I don't know what evidence you're using to back those claims. Yes, I get it. We all do. They just had the best recruiting class of all time. They got something like 7 5-star recruits. That's awesome. But we're talking about Texas A&M. Every single year, they continue to disappoint and go 8-4, 9-3. And yeah, you did beat Alabama last year, but even with that win, you still managed to find a way to go 8-4. I don't know what Jimbo Fisher is telling and feeding these recruits, but it's a bunch of bullcrap. Low key, here's my conspiracy theory. He's brainwashing them. Why else would any recruit out there think A&M's gonna win a championship in the next 4 years? That right there ceases to amaze me, because before they can even win a national championship, how about they win an SEC championship or just get to the SEC championship game? Seriously, I have a question for you guys. Do you think Jimbo Fisher slid him a $20 bill just to say that? I don't know, but here's what I do know. I strongly disagree with that statement. Moving on to our second and the main topic, main encore of this video, Arch Manning. If you've been keeping up and following somewhat with the Arch Manning recruiting sweepstakes, you would know that Georgia, Texas, and Alabama, they're the top 3 schools. Here's the thing though. Recently, it was looking like a 2-horse race, that being between Texas and Georgia. The reason Alabama fell out of the race is because they just landed a 4-star quarterback recruit in the same class. Normally, in most times, you're only going to go after 1 4 or 5-star quarterback, and you're only going to get 1 in every single class. There is some rare cases where you can get 2, but like I said, it's rare. And Alabama is already such a hard place to go and play for because the pressure is already there, and it's especially going to be there if your last name is Manning. So whenever Alabama landed that 4-star recruit that goes by the name of Eli Holston, everybody assumed that they're out of the Arch Manning sweepstakes. But just like Lee Corso says, not so fast, my friend. Over this most recent weekend, Alabama had 4 5-star recruits visit at the same time, one of those including Arch Manning. I'm going to show you a picture right here. They're decked out in Alabama gear and they look amazing. Starting from the left, you have the #1 offensive tackle in the country, the #1 running back in the country, the #1 quarterback in the country, and the #1 linebacker in the country. That's a solid group of guys. Whoa, hold on. I already know what some of you about to say in the comments. Yo, Matt, it doesn't matter. He's just going there to visit. He's not going to Alabama. There's no chance. I gotta be 100% transparent with all of you. I thought the same thing at first. That was the case up until I really sat down and thought about it. May I remind you, it wasn't too long ago when Alabama got a 5-star recruit quarterback and a 4-star recruit quarterback in the same class as well. Those 2 guys, I guess you could say it worked out. One of those was Tua Tagovailoa, the 5-star, and the other 4-star recruit, guess who? It was Mac Jones. One guy had to sit the bench and wait his turn, but it worked out great for both of them. I'm not saying Arch Manning's going to do the same thing, but we've seen Alabama do this before. Even myself, I fell victim to this. Just because Alabama got a 4-star quarterback recruit, it doesn't slam the door on Arch Manning completely. When it comes to Alabama and Nick Saban, you got to think of the impossible and you got to be open-minded. If you've been watching the videos, you would know I said, okay, Alabama's out of this race. There's not a chance they get them, but I've changed my mind. I would say right now, as when I'm speaking, Alabama has a pretty good chance of getting Arch. I don't think it's as good as Texas or Georgia, but it's close. I don't think you can take them out of this race because over the past 4 to 5 years, Alabama's quarterback university. In reality, they're everything university, but quarterbacks have thrived there over the years. They've just had a Heisman Trophy winner last year. And last time I checked, quarterbacks don't necessarily thrive in Georgia and Texas. They're rebuilding. They're a mess. So if I'm a quarterback recruit right now, if I had to pick between Texas, Georgia, and Alabama, I'm not even thinking twice about it. I'm going to Bama. That's something to think about. And once again, I do apologize because I was so close-minded that I didn't think this could be a possibility, but it is. Let me put it this way for the people that think Alabama doesn't have a chance. If he wasn't interested, he wouldn't be going on these visits. The best part about this for Alabama fans, even if you don't get Arch Manning, it's nothing to get too worked up about because you still got a great guy in Eli Holstein. Here's my last and final point before we end out this video. I know it's a short one, but I don't have too much more to say. I think it benefits Alabama tremendously way more when he continues to take these visits. Think about it. He just took an official visit with 3 other 5-star recruits. Yes, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, relatively speaking, they have similar facilities. But when it comes down to culture and being around all those 5-star guys in that winning environment, Alabama has the slight edge. It comes down to this. Great players want to play with other great players. Why do you think all these NBA superstars, they try to team up with other NBA superstars? If you're great and you want to meet your full potential, you gotta have great teammates. Granted, yes, the talent at Alabama, Texas, and Georgia, you're splitting hairs. Everybody's gonna be great. But the thing that helps Alabama the most is what they've done the past 10 to 15 years. If you're a quarterback, Alabama right now, it's the safest option to reach your full potential. I don't know if Arch Manning can reach his full potential at Georgia or Texas, but I know he can at Alabama. I can't emphasize it enough. Alabama's not out of this, and I think what's going to be the most or the biggest determining factor in his decision is how Texas does this year and how Georgia does. If Texas has a good year under Quinn Ewers, he'll probably go there, but if they don't, he may reconsider. This is something interesting to keep your eyes on. Do not shut Alabama out of this race just quite yet. And for all those people that want to say, oh, he's just going there to get free gear and blah, 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 trust me, these recruits, if they're not interested, they're not going to waste a day or two at a program. Doing all that traveling and spending a day or two at a facility, it gets tiring and they got better things to do. I'm very curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. But what up,